Hi everybody, JT here. Welcome back to another exciting episode, JT's Barn and Grill. Had to make some tough decisions in the last few days. I've decided to let someone go. There's a lot of contributing factors that led me to this decision. One, I need more junk. I don't have enough junk. Two, real estate inside of these barns is getting scarce, so in order to bring more stuff in, I kind of got to kick some stuff out. And three, the most important factor in this, I don't have any money. So let's get going. Time to move stuff here. Son of a... So basically for the last year, this poor thing's been sitting in here, and my Fluffy here's been doing a great job of keeping the mice out of it. Thanks for that, Fluffy. But it's time to throw a battery in it, fire it up, do a few things, and move around. Maybe somebody can appreciate it as much as I did, and use it a little more than I got to. You ready to get to work? You ready to get to work? Oh. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, you, come on now. I can't remember when the last time I put gas in this thing was, so I'm sure this will be just fine. Poor little thing. When I got this truck, I thought the most reasonable thing to do, if you've got an S10 that's got a perfect body and a junk motor, just rebuild the junk motor. I mean, why would anybody use all this extra space for a LS motor? Come on. Okay. There we go. Say what you will about a 2.5. Reliable. See if the brakes are locked up. Look at that. Little road trip with a truck that hasn't been driven in a while? Why not? Let's see how she runs. With that kind of horsepower, why would anybody want to put a V8 in S10? Unreasonable. our goal here today is going to be simple. We need to sell this truck. Now before we can know where we're going, we got to know where we've been. Let me give you a little history lesson here. This truck was born and raised in Georgia. It made its trip to Michigan here about 5 years ago, got parked in a barn, and 4 years ago I found it in said barn and drug it home. At which point in time, it looked like this. So basically when I brought her home, the only thing the body needed was a little bit of paint because all the paint was burned off of it. So that was the easy part. The hard part was everything else on the truck was completely shot. I've replaced everything. Wiper motor, starter, cylinder head, radiator, all 4 tires, brakes on 3 corners. I have to do the brakes on the 1 corner. I did the front ones out of necessity because they were shot. I did the driver's rear out of necessity because that tire was locked up. Passenger rear I never had to deal with, but we're going to address that today here too. The only thing it doesn't have going for it is the interior's not in great shape. It's not terrible, but it's not in the greatest of shape. And I just don't want to mess with that, so we're going to leave that be. So what our mission for today is going to be: brakes. We're going to polish it all up, get some nice wax and polish, clean this paint up, clean all the glass, clean the tires, and market this truck to the kind of guy that's going to want it. Now this truck isn't something that anybody would really want to buy for an everyday driver. It's more suited to a guy who's maybe had a first gen S10 like this in high school. I don't know why anybody would want to buy one like that. Or the guy that's wanting to build a hot rod out of an S10. Being that this was a completely rust-free, solid truck, and the paint's not too shabby on it now, it's got nice tires and wheels on it, it's a perfect candidate for someone to want to drop an LS motor or a small block or whatever, something a little throatier than this Iron Duke that's in it. Not that there's anything wrong with the Iron Duke. I mean, if you like 90 horsepower and 18 miles to the gallon on a good day, this baby's got your name all over it. Just drive it as is. But for now, I think we need to get to work. Let's get those brakes changed and let's make this truck great. Safety first. 2 ton? Sure. There. Oh, for crying out, look at that. Really? How about that? I don't know about you, but I hate doing drum brakes. If you have to do drum brakes and you don't do them very often, it's good to set everything out and get it ready, like this. Also, this isn't grilling weather. Get your crock pot out and make some chili. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Yeah. The next step in our process is going to be to polish the outside of this. I've got my buffer and some, just put a little bit on here and polish it up. This is a finishing type product, so it's not meant to really take out any hardcore wet sanding marks or too much dullness. It's just meant to take something and shine it up even more. So here we go with this. See? doing this, the best way to do it is to start off slow, work the product around a little bit, and then kind of ease into the speed a little faster. If you've got an adjustable polisher, it's the best way to go. So you start off in creeper gear. Another thing to take into consideration if you're polishing a vehicle with a cover on it, roll the cover up. As you can see, when you're buffing, that wheel will just fling all over everything. You might be saying to yourself, hey, that's great. I'm glad you can buff a car. Now what are you going to do about all this crap that's still left on here? All the accordions and curly cues? Well, I got just the thing for you. It's kind of a two-step thing. Remember the Karate Kid? Wax on, wax off? Kind of the same idea here. Take a good dry microfiber towel. First, wipe off all the excess buffering compound. You know, that makes a big difference already. You gotta get all that off of there. Okay, next we're going to take some of this Mist and Shine. It's important to read the manufacturer's suggestion every time you use this. Shake lightly. Spray onto dry surface. Yep. A small area at a time. Work evenly using a microfiber cloth. The towel guarantees even application and a fast, no streak, smear-free drying. That's all. We're looking for all those things, so let's do it. Next, I got to clean this cover up. And for this, I've chosen this Mother's Leather Care. It was the cheapest one at the parts store, so I thought, why not? It's got to work probably really good. So, the manufacturer's suggestion, shake well, clean one area at a time. Spray on surface or apply directly to a soft, clean cloth. Well, I have both of those. I wonder what to do. We'll try both. That definitely made a good difference. I would say, just my advice, squirting it on the substrate is a lot better than putting it on just the cloth. The cloth doesn't seem to get everything. guys, there you have it. There's how you can take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. 40 bucks worth of product at the auto parts store, a couple hours of time, and look what we've got here. This is, you can see yourself in it. Probably better than it was when it rolled off the factory 30 years ago. You know, every time I pull this truck outside and clean it up a little bit, makes a guy not want to get rid of it so much. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull her back in the barn and throw a sheet over it, pull it out again next year and reclean it. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to thank everybody for watching today. I sure appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, if you'd like to. And go ahead and hit the like button too. Might as well. We'll see you next time. Dang it, cat. Come on. I just cleaned all that. Come here, you.